Recently I was tagged by the Nerdy Narrative to do Meet the Community tag, which is a fun little tag and which I'm so happy to do. So I really enjoy the Nerdy Narratives videos. She's probably one of my favourite booktubers to follow, and she seems like she has similar interests to me. I really like the adult fantasy genre, and we've read some of the same books, and I just really enjoy watching her videos. She's fun, but in kind of a laid back manner. She's quite confident, and I just really enjoy watching her, so thank you for tagging me. For any of you who haven't seen the Nerdy Narrative, please check out her channel, and I'll provide a link below to her channel if you want to check her out. This tag was originally done by WitchKittenReads. Yep, that's correct. And she's also a great booktuber that I have only just discovered, mainly through this tag, and I immediately subscribed to her because she seems like she's a fun booktuber, and I watched a couple of her videos which I really enjoyed, so I will provide a link to her original video as well if you want to check it out. So we'll jump right in, and I'll do the questions and answer them one by one. So name. So my name is Christy, and where I'm from Adelaide, South Australia. Do I have any pets? Yes, so we have a Jack Russell Shih Tzu, and her name is Annie. She's a little rat bag, and she's really probably mostly my husband's pet. He really looks after her, and she absolutely adores him. She gets spoiled by my husband quite a fair bit, and she's we got her as a little puppy about 4 years ago now. It might not be that long actually, it might only be 3 years. But yeah, so she's a bundle of energy, as you can imagine Jack Russells are, and she's a part of our family. Most binge-worthy Netflix show. So quite a while ago I binge watched a ton of Supernatural. I just got so addicted to that show, and I just couldn't get enough of it, and there's so many seasons. I think there's like 13 seasons of Supernatural, and I watched quite a number of those in a short period of time. And so that show I haven't done recently, that was quite a while ago. But more recently, a show that I have binge watched is The Witcher, which I absolutely loved. I really loved that TV series, and in fact so much so that we watched it through a second time, so I'm looking forward to when a second season of that one comes out as well. Instant buy author. I have to admit that I don't really have an instant buy author. I tend to have quite a lot of different authors that I buy. I do have some favourite authors that I would be more likely to do that with. So one of them would definitely be Brandon Sanderson, because I've recently been trying to read more of his books because I hear really good things about them. I initially held off on reading because I like to be able to read a full series and know that the next book is already out and I can get it straight away. But I've recently been reading more series that don't necessarily have the next book out, so I've been reading some of those ones by Brandon Sanderson. The other author that I feel like I'm a little bit like that with would be Garth Nix. And the major reason for that is I really loved a particular book series that he wrote, and the first book was Sabriel, and it's about this necromancer girl. I found it really creative. It was so addictive. I just couldn't put the book down. I just churned through every single book in that series, and I was so disappointed when there weren't any more. I just loved it so much, and it's probably one that would be fine for younger age bracket as well. So I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I was begging her to read them because I wanted to talk to someone about these books. I still haven't managed to get her to read them because she's a bit of a reader herself and has a major TBR of her own, so she hasn't gotten to those, but I keep kind of pestering her to read them because I just think they're so good. And there's a few other of Garth Nick's books that I've read as well, so his I would probably be more likely to kind of purchase and look out for something that he's written. So the next question is, do I have any hobbies? So I feel like I'm a bit boring. I don't have many hobbies other than reading books and of course comic books. I'm pretty obsessed with comic books at the moment. One of the things that I used to do more of, which I need to get back into, I need to get fit again, is riding my bike. So I found it really like a bit of a stress relief to ride my bike and listen to an audio book at the same time. We have a really good bike track near my house, so I need to get back into that. The other thing that I do as well is jigsaw puzzles. So when I was a kid, I was well known. I've always been a major introvert and always kind of preferred my own company, if I can say that. And one of the things that I really loved doing was jigsaw puzzles. So I had these photos of me, and I don't know where they are. Unfortunately, I can't post a video because I have no idea where they are. But I would always take a photo of myself with the puzzle that I completed, and it was kind of a bit of a thing with me when I was growing up, and I still enjoy doing them. So I'll listen to an audio book and do a puzzle, and I'll do bits and pieces here and there whilst we're watching TV or something like that. So that's probably another hobby that I have. Next question. Favorite bookish nerdy swag? So basically, I kind of just love anything signed by an author. I kind of cherish, but I also really love illustrated books. So I have the Harry Potter illustrated books that have come out, and I really love them, and I'm trying to take super good care of those. I also have an illustrated version of The Hobbit, which I really do cherish and love, and I'll have to go get a copy of that. I'll just grab it now, one moment. So that is my illustrated version of The Hobbit, and this was actually given to me by my auntie, who has since passed away. She passed away a number of years ago, and I feel like this was really my first fantasy book that I read as kind of a very young teen that I really enjoyed. And I just cherish this so much because I feel like it's something that she's given to me, that she's left behind, kind of this first kind of book that I read on my own willingly, because at that age I was not too into reading. I was into boys and doing my own thing. So it's just lovely that I have this thing that she gave me, and now I absolutely love reading. And I feel like she was a bit of a reader as well. She also did something similar for my sister. So my sister, she gave the Chronicles of Narnia, and to this day my sister really loves those books and she read them so many times. So yeah, it's something nice that we're left with, that I always know that, yeah, this was given to me by her, and she was such a great, good, beautiful person. Like, she's just one of those people that was just so good. Like, she just thought of other people and helped other people, and she would take people into her home that didn't have a good home life of their own, and it was not fair that she passed away because she was someone that really gave back to the community. And she gave me this one, so this one I really cherish. So yeah, that's that one. So next question is a book series you love but no one talks about. So my husband actually got me onto this series. The first book is called Hidden Empire, and the series is called Saga of Seven Sons, and it's by Kevin J. Anderson. And my husband kept pestering me to read this, and I wasn't really that excited about it. I wasn't really that keen, and he kept saying things, oh, if you liked this, you should read this, it's really, really good. And he's kind of pestering me to read them, and I'm so glad that I did, because this series is just so involved. There's so many characters. It's set in this futuristic world where humans have kind of colonized other planets, and there's aliens, and the society is set up quite differently. There's also these creatures, these aliens that live on these massive gas planets. There's robots, there's that they're kind of alien robots that nobody knows really how they came about, how they came to be. And it's just such a good series. Like, it's so good, and I just connected with the characters so well. I got so annoyed with some of the characters, and I had the most major book hangover when I finished this series, because I just felt like I knew all of the characters so well by the end of it. And I just really want to talk to someone who has read these, because they're so good, and I haven't really heard anyone talk about them. Or actually recently, I recently won a book on Instagram, and the author of these books said that her inspiration for her book was these. So and that was quite recently. So that's really the only person that I've come across that has read these, and they're just so good. So if anyone has read these, please comment below. I'd love to have a chat with you about it, because yeah, it's such an underrated series, I think. So it's really good. So that's that one. So lastly, I just need to tag some of my favorite booktubers. So what I'm going to do is tag some ones that don't have as many followers, because I think that there are some really great booktubers out there that don't necessarily have like a ton of followers, but they're really good and have some great content and some great ideas and opinions about the books that they read. So I'll provide the links to them below. And yeah, if you feel like doing this tag, please do so, and I would love to have a look at that video and get to know you a little bit better. So these are the people that I'm going to tag. So Paperback Puns is a booktuber that I have been following for a few months now. She's very enthusiastic, she's kind of light-hearted, she has similar reading interests to me, and I really enjoy watching her videos, so I tag her. Another one is Syd BookWorrom, and she's so laid back. Like, I'm just so jealous of her confidence and how laid back she is. She'll be sitting there on a couch with her dog, or her partner will come in and will share his thoughts on what they're reading together or separately. She also does some videos of bullet journaling, I think it is, so she does a little bit of that as well, and she's quite interesting and someone that I enjoy watching the videos for. And another one would be Kraken to a Good Book, and I really enjoy the videos that I watch on her channel, and I always get some really great ideas for some books to add to my TBR. So if you want to check out any of those booktubers, please have a look at the links below and check them out. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and please click the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I post videos. Thank you so much for watching.